Okay, getting up. Let's go over and check the computer. That's what you do, right? You get to check the internet, see what's on the internet.
Hello, everyone. I know what you're probably thinking.
What am I doing with my life? How did I get here? Who are these losers? And why are they so pretentious?
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh.
This video is not made for the general public. It was made for people who had already seen all of these tracks and also already knew all the lingo. As I'm sure you've noticed, this channel is mostly low-quality off-the-cuff 20-minute live stream reviews directed at the creator of the track and maybe someone making a similar track.
What is that coming to your screen? That's right. It's Quick Reviews with us.
However, it looks like we now have an audience. Hello, audience. Most of you probably have no idea what we're talking about. So the first question we should probably answer is...
What do all of these pretentious words mean?
Well, let's start with... Manuals! A manual is when you balance Bosch on the front of the sled or on the back of the sled. This one's called a nose manual and this one's called a tail manual.
A blue manual? How can it be blue? That's not blue.
There are red and blue lines. The red lines are acceleration lines. People like to use them to balance manuals. If you don't use the red lines, it's called a blue manual, which is harder.
What's a manual recycle?
When you get Bosch to manual in the same line more than once, it's called a manual recycle, which is hard because you have to do it without affecting the first pass-through.
Okay. What is this madness?
Quirk. A line rider playstyle with an emphasis on movement, tricks, and difficulty involving the exploitation of glitches in the line rider physics engine.
Why?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
How does it work?
Line Rider runs at 40 frames per second. Quirkers draw lines that affect Bosch on specific frames.
Okay. But how does it work?
Lines have two sides. One side you run into, one side you pass through. But if you face the line away from Bosch, you can get it to pull a specific part of Bosch towards the line, which creates a speed boost because of a physics glitch.
What do you do with them?
A chain is a string of gravity wells at one every frame that changes Bosch's direction quickly. A fling is a string of gravity wells at every other frame that accelerates Bosch. Here are different parts of Bosch you can affect individually. These are called contact points. For example, this is a hand fling. This is a manual with gravity wells, a granule. This is a fling and a manual at the same time, a flanule. This is two flings that alternate pulling Bosch in different directions, an alt fling. This is two flings that alternate pulling different parts of Bosch in the same direction, an alternating single direction fling, or ASDF. This is a dual alternating single direction flanule.
Yes! It's ridiculous! But this is what quirkers do, and this is what they talk about, so if we want to criticize the tracks, we kinda gotta use their lingo.
Okay, but in the defense of quirkers, they have developed an incredible ability to move Bosch in any direction, at any moment, and at any speed, and that really does have enormous potential if they could just stop alienating every casual viewer.
Alright. Here we go. What the is this?
I see you're ready to go deeper. But first, there's a technique you must know. The technique of the...
Basically, if you use a perfectly vertical or horizontal line to smash all of Bosch's body parts onto a perfectly flat plane, because the coordinates for Bosch's position now all of the exact same value, Bosch gets stuck. And this is a really weird glitch with enormous potential for exploitation. You see, Bosch is still on the sled and can be popped out of this without much trouble, free to continue the track as if nothing happened. But while he's in this position, there are so many things that can be done. But basically two. 1. You can stop Bosch virtually instantly from virtually any speed. 2. You can launch Bosch from a virtual standstill to a ridiculously high speed.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Basically, everything in this monstrosity was made with glitches deriving from the gravity well glitch and the cramuel glitch. Stacking, a technique where you essentially add more and or stronger gravity wells to a single frame to get a more dramatic movement, is really just that simple little gravity well glitch taken to an impossible extreme. And the singularity trick, which involves compressing all of Bosch's contact points down to a single point in order to essentially teleport him from anywhere to anywhere, is basically just an extension of the cramuel glitch, plus an old technique of placing multiple red lines directly on top of each other to increase acceleration, again taken to an impossible extreme.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
But why? Why should I care about any of this? Why would I ever want to watch any of these videos? Is this really what Line Rider is about? Why can't you make stuff like that Mountain King track? That was fun. This is weird.
Those are very good questions. And we will attempt to answer them in our next video.
Hey friends, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. This is our first video on this channel in which we are attempting to step up production values, and that takes time and we're poor, so if you found this valuable, consider clicking the link below to buy us a coffee. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.